I have a lot of great updates, so I'm going to share them with you now. I know that Connie attended MahjCon, so she knows all about MahjCon. So we'll hear a little bit from Connie if she doesn't mind sharing in a little bit. And does Ellen, Lori, do you know about MahjCon? Anything about it? Have you heard? You can unmute. Okay, you're muted, Lori.
Nope, not me.
Okay, Ellen's new to it. Lori?
Yeah, I've looked at it. I looked at your agenda, and I looked at the fun everybody was having. Yeah, I'm from Chicago here, so I mean, I'd really like to be there right now.
Yeah. Oh, God. I hear you. Well, we've been having some colder than usual weather, and then it gets hot, and then it gets freezing, and then it gets, so it's crazy. And Zach, who's with us tonight, did a talk on Hong Kong Mahjong last year. And he didn't have quite enough time to really get in the nitty gritty of playing a lot of games, but he was gracious enough to agree to join us again this year with a different format. And so he is going to actually be doing hands-on teaching and playing for a whole afternoon. So anybody who is excited about learning a new version of the game, I know I am, so I'm certainly hoping that I can free myself from anything I might be doing in the afternoon to join Zach. I have played one time, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Michelle was the one who taught me, and I absolutely adored the game. Now, if you were to ask me about it, I only know that you can add something to make a Kong in some crazy situation. And okay, well, that's all I remember about it, which isn't bad, not bad, because I'm still more blonde than gray. So, okay, so in any event, welcome everybody to MahjCon 2023 updates and what to expect. I am going to get started. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to talk about MahjCon. I'll share the schedule with you and let you know how the format is going to be, share with you what's happening with our sponsors, exhibitors, speakers, go over ticketing for anybody who wants to see how the ticketing works. And of course, I'm always looking for volunteers for these events. So volunteers have perks, and I'll show you where you can fill out the volunteer application on the website. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I think everybody can probably see the MahjCon website, correct?
Yes.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So it's going to be taking place in the Wildwood Community Center well, I shouldn't say it's right in the Villages, but it's like you can walk a few steps and you're in Wildwood from the Villages. Plus there are Villages communities now in Wildwood, as well as several other surrounding areas where they've expanded. The Villages is a fun city. So it's not just a place where you will come and be like, oh, there's nothing to do here, it's boring. It is far from boring. It is an active over 55 city, big, huge city. It used to be smaller than Boca Raton, Florida, where I live. Now it is bigger, something like, I think somebody said 130,000 homes, or I don't know. They're just expanding continually. It's growing, it's growing. What's really nice about the Villages is it's got a heavy population of Mahjong enthusiasts. That's what I love. You can play morning, noon, or night in the Villages, which is really kind of cool. So it's taking place October 19th and 20th. And if you scroll down, you could look at some pictures here. And you could watch a trailer, which needs to be updated because I did add a day before to the agenda. I just haven't had the time to get it updated, but it will be. But you can still watch it and get a great feel for what the city is like and a little glimpse of what MahjCon is going to be all about. So I'm going to go ahead and show you where you would want to come in and look and read more. If you drop down, if you hover over MahjCon 2023, under here, we've got a sponsor page, session leaders page, schedule page, and then we have the previous MahjCons where there are photos and things for you to take a look at. But what I want to do right now is I want to go into the schedule. And I want to show you that we have currently 3 days of activities. We start out in the evening of October 18th. This was added at the request of several people that are coming in, and they were like, it would be really great to be able to play Mahjong on Wednesday evening. So I thought, okay, why not? We'll just have a mini tournament and social play in the evening, just a very light, relaxed evening, and snacks will be provided. And I'm going to limit the seating for both the mini tournament and social play. So when the ticketing runs out, it'll run out, and that's it. On Thursday, we have continental breakfast, opening ceremonies. You're going to see the schedule down below with the breakout of stuff, interactive workshops, lunch, afternoon, social games, and a fundraiser for Alzheimer's, which is a silent auction. So last year we had really beautiful items. We raised a lot of money for Alzheimer's. I'm already working on getting those items in now, and I'm hoping we have some really great items this year as well. So basically you bid on an item. If you win it, it's yours. All the money that is earned from the silent auction goes to Alzheimer's. 100% of the money goes to Alzheimer's. And then, of course, closing remarks. And then Friday, we have again, a continental breakfast, opening remarks. And this day is either all-day social play or all-day tournament, whichever you prefer. You join in either one of those 2 items. And then we have lunch, and we continue to play all day. Again, seating will be limited for this event too, but we can fit a pretty good amount of people there, so I'm not too worried about that. Friday evening is not part of the ticketing, but it's just something that I added for people that are staying over Friday night that want to get a feel of the villages and how lively the village, I want to say the village, what is it? The village people from that song. You know what I'm talking about? The village people, how the village people enjoy life. And so we're going to gather at the Brownwood Square, which is a walk from the hotel where out-of-town guests will be staying, which I'm going to share that as we in a little bit too, and listen to live music, dance, of course. If you want to have a little drink, it's totally up to you. It's permitted here. It's welcomed here. Matter of fact, there are 2 drink shacks situated on both sides of the square, so they encourage it. And if you like to enjoy a drink, you certainly can do that here. It's really nice. It's set up very nice. They have chairs there. You don't have to bring chairs. Some people bring their own because they want to have the ones that have the built-in cup holders or whatever, which I don't find work very well when you have a drink that's filled to the rim. Anyway, but nonetheless, this is a little snippet. Then what we have here is the actual schedule. And so day 1, again, I already talked to you about, not much there to discuss again. But on day 2, we have a lot going on. In the morning, we have a full day of fun, hands-on workshops. They are an hour and 15 minutes long. Last year they were, I think, 45 or 50. They were short, and still too short to get in what people would have liked to get in. The difference between this year and last year is that last year we had lectures, we had talks, we didn't have hands-on activities. All of these are going to incorporate hands-on activities. So we've got strategies, navigating the Charleston, learn Siamese, take your game to the next level, which is an online, on an online platform. The mock tournament, not sure if I'm going to do that. I might extend the Siamese to all 3 sessions. I'm not sure. It's still, this is a tentative schedule, so it still may change a little bit. But anyway, they repeat a couple of times over the morning. So if you don't make it to one session, you have an opportunity to still get to that session. And that's another big difference. Last year, you could only choose one thing and there was no repeating it. So it was your tough luck if you missed something during the first hour and 15 minutes. So now that's going to be nice. So I do have speakers, session leaders in the morning. Several of them set up already. And I have Stacy Butkowski doing strategies, all levels. She was with us last year. She's returning. And I have Gladys Grad, who is the creator of Siamese Mahjong, has agreed to come and teach Siamese Mahjong. So I'm very, very excited to have her with us this year. Nothing else is firm, but I have other session leaders in the works. In the afternoon, with the fundraiser going on, just pretty much a table or tables with these hopefully lovely gifts to bid on, lovely items to bid on. There'll be Zach in one room teaching and playing Siamese from 2 to 4:30. I mean, not Siamese, sorry. Hong Kong Mahjong from 2 to 4:30. Plenty of time to learn, play it, and really get a great feel of it. With Connie having learned it and played a tiny little bit last year, I think that after 2.5 hours, Connie's going to be teaching it in her community at home and growing the Mahjong, Hong Kong Mahjong community. Wouldn't that be fun, Connie, if you were kind of groundbreaking with that up there?
That would be fun.
It would be fun. It's really fun to, I mean, I love American Mahjong, don't get me wrong, but it's really fun to change things up. Really, really fun. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. And if you don't want to do that, you'll be playing American Mahjong four-handed in another room. All right. Then we have day 3, pretty basic day, full day of social games, or you enter into a tournament. If you're in the social games, you're still going to be eligible for door prizes. So it's still going to be fun because I am all about fun and I'm all about door prizes and people winning stuff. If you enter into the tournament, you'll also be eligible for some fun things, but most of all, you'll be able to possibly win some money. That's fun. That's fun. And I haven't decided yet whether or not I want to make the mini tournaments within the morning session and another one in the afternoon. I did that for my recent tournament and everybody seemed to have loved it because they got more opportunity to win. Because if you've ever played in a tournament, you know, your chances, your odds of winning the whole thing is not that great, but you could be playing really good in the morning of the day and have a great score, and you could actually win a mini tournament. So it's a nice little add-on for that. Now, I'm going to go back here for a second, and then I'll see if you have any questions about anything. I just want to show you the hotel. Here's a picture of the outside of the community center. It's huge, actually. I could fit 150 Mah Jongg players in it. And I have the whole bottom floor with rooms that divide out, which is really cool. So this is the hotel here, and it is a brand new hotel, and they have given me really, really good group rates. So just so you know, and I'm going to go right to ticketing after I tell you about my sponsors. And you already heard about the speakers, but after I mention sponsors, I'm going to go to ticketing so you can see how it works. But two days are included in the ticketing. I did a lot of research, and my comparison was based on, because last year we didn't include the hotel. My comparison was to the tournaments, the 3-day or 1.5 or whatever, a half a day, a full day, and a half a day tournaments that are run by Mahjong Fever and Destination Mahjong. I use those tournaments as a guide to my ticketing. So when you think about everything that's included, the hotel, the meals and all of that, it really is a good price. I could have included a third night, but somehow, if you go to a certain price, people don't really, just from my experience, they don't look at, they don't think, oh yeah, 3 nights a hotel and this and that. They really just look at the dollars. So I try to make it work the best I can. I'm sure I'll still learn a lot of things this year, as I do every year, but it's beautiful. There's a beautiful spa in here. Wolfgang Puck's is a restaurant like right over here, right? You just walk right out of the hotel and it's right over here. It's a very nice upscale restaurant. But like I said, right, literally, if I were to point, so here's the pool. But if I were to point to like this area of my screen is the downtown square, a short walk from the hotel or a short golf cart ride away. And if you're going to do an extended stay, I urge everybody to rent a golf cart, because we mostly get around in golf carts in the villages. Yes, there are cars, there are lots of cars, because if people are driving a longer distance, they get in their car. But for the most part, if you're staying around town, you're going to see these golf carts tootling all around town. So it's just going to make your experience that much more fun. Anyway, there's good information to read here. I've got links to things around the area that I think are nice and a worthwhile trip if you want to extend your stay to do some additional things. And I listed some good restaurants, and there is a new restaurant, a new seafood restaurant that just opened up recently. I'm going to have to add that link in here. It's really good. I've already been back twice. And what else? I think that's it for that part. Okay, so I do mention golf carts here. Last day to buy tickets, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go to the, let me just talk about our sponsors. So we've got several in the works that aren't finalized, but we have returning with us again this year, Chris Lloyd. If you want to learn more about any of these sponsors, click on their logo and you could read all about them. And you could do the same thing for both Where the Winds Blows and Mahjong Fever. Chris Lloyd makes beautiful designer Mahjong sets. They're pieces of art. And I am hoping that we get one of their sets for the silent auction, because somebody went home with one of their sets last year. And they were also gracious enough to let people play with one of their sets. So, I mean, you just feel like you're handling a piece of art. Where the Winds Blows, wonderful. Mahjong items. Their website is just packed. They even sell automatic Mahjong tables, and Mahjong Fever is also returning with us. So all three of these have been sponsors before, and they're returning sponsors. So we're so grateful to have them again with us. All right, now, if you are interested, you know anybody else who you're coming with who may want to be a volunteer, or you may know somebody who might be a potential exhibitor. This weekend, this past weekend was the, wait a minute, today is Thursday. So it was sometime this week was the Las Vegas Mahjong Fever tournament. And there was somebody there who comes to my live stream events and who's going to be coming to MahjCon. And she met one of the vendors there who lives in Vegas and started talking about MahjCon. And now we're working on her coming and being an exhibitor at MahjCon. So these little connections happen, and they're really, they're wonderful and very exciting. And all it takes is just chatting with one person, and there you go. You got a wonderful connection. Okay, so for buying tickets, on every page, you're going to see the buy tickets link here. So we'll go there and we'll just look at it, because it might be, oops, I lost Lori, just popped. I lost her. She'll be back. And I just want to check really quick if there's anybody. Okay, I do have people watching. They're beautiful. Okay, so what happened to my ticketing thing? Oh no, we're good. We're good here. All right, so once you come in here, there's a recap of, you know, the event in here. Okay, it's just a recap, pretty much what a lot of what we discussed. But also, once you buy tickets, if you want to book an additional day before or after, this is where you come in to be able to get the group rates. Book my extended stay. This is important, this link here. But you don't want to do this before you buy your tickets. It just makes it easier for the hotel, because they get this, they connect the two together. So if you come in here to buy tickets, we've got lots of options, but pretty well spaced out into groupings. So the Wednesday night event on the 18th is mini tournament or optional social play. And I just saw, I love it when I get to see these little things. I got to tweet. So that right next to social play has to be the date, 10/18/2022. Okay, so this here is the mini tournament. It's a buy-in of $10 to come and play socially. It's $5 for the evening. Then we have commuter rates, which I'm not going to go over with you right now, because I think both of you guys, oh, Lori, I lost Lori. But anyway, these are commuter rates within 30 miles. So we'll kind of skip that and we'll go to the, where is it? This is within 30 miles, within 30 miles. Where is it? How come I don't see my, oh, I'm sorry. It's right here. I'm like, okay, it's been a long day. First option is commuter. Second option, if you wanted to do just the social games, this again includes 2 nights hotel stay. This is the pricing here. That's for a double. If you want a room by yourself, this is the single. If you want to participate in the tournament, which you'll be eligible for money prizes, it's a little more. So you've got, it's $100 more to participate in the tournament and be a part of that. So there's the pricing right there. This is an optional add-on upgrade with perks. You know, last year people had asked about being able to contribute, and we had what was called, I forgot what we called it last year, but it was something different. So I changed it up a bit and changed the pricing. So this is just an add-on if you want to support, give a little more extra support. Not required, but it's there. And on Friday, for local people, they can attend just the Friday night, just the Friday social games, or they can attend the Friday tournament just for the attendee only. So that's really it in a nutshell, and the replay ticket if you want to be able to watch it after the fact, because it will be live streamed, so that not live, well, recorded, so that it will be able to be seen after. And that is pretty much it for the ticketing. Let me see if there's anything else on my list that I did not include here. I don't think so. All right, so do you have any questions? And I'm so sorry, Lori popped out, because I know we spoke on the phone a couple of times today. I don't know what happened. Maybe she lost connection. Anyway, any questions?
Yes.
And okay. Go right ahead.
Can you hear me, Debbie?
I can hear you perfect.
Okay. I wanted to know, for the tournaments, are you using standardized National Mah Jongg tournament rules?
Well, that's a very good question. And of course, my rules for that tournament will be sent out to anybody who is participating in the tournament.
Right.
Always. So, yeah. Any more questions? Ellen, you must be curious about something.
No, I'm just taking it all in. I'm relatively new to
Okay, good.
MahjCon, so I'm just trying to get my feet wet a little bit and find out what's out there.
Good. And by the way, it's such a perfect and wonderful event for newer players, because you are going to have these workshops where you can grow and learn more, and you don't have to worry about it being a tournament, because you have the opportunity to play socially throughout the entire event. And you never know, by October, you might be thinking, maybe I'll try my hat at the mini tournament the night before. I'm just saying.
Right,
Yeah.
you never know.
You never
This will
know.
be the only card I've ever played with is the 2022.
Oh,
So
that's, well, wonderful that you learned, and just keep growing and keep learning, and that's what it's all about. And we're, look, I'm here to support everybody and help everybody grow in their game, and just have fun and connect with other Mahjong people. That's my goal. So Connie, you were at MahjCon.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what you enjoyed about it. And I know that, there's some changes I think you and many others voiced. What do you think about the format this year compared to last year? Share whatever your thoughts are.
Well, I really thought last year was well organized.
Okay.
You had a good schedule planned, and meeting the other people that were there attending the convention was all of it was a new experience for me, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I was there on my own. I didn't have friends or anyone that I knew at the convention.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I was included in so many things. People just said, come be with us, sit over here. Or, do you mind if I sit with you? It was just a very welcoming, very kind atmosphere.
Nice.
And I've never played in a tournament. I've signed up to play in the tournaments this year because of the kindness that was extended to everyone that attended last year. It's an awful, wonderful opportunity to meet people and experience playing as much as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So just can't get enough. So
yeah.
Coming to the convention is the place to be.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of good energy.
Yes.
Really is. And Zach, any words from the wise over there, my friend?
Cotton candy and frilly ribbons. Those are my words. Thank you.
And frilly ribbons. I love it. Well,
No, I like Ellen. I was in a similar boat to Ellen when I went to the first MahjCon the very first year. I was pretty new to it, didn't really know anybody. And I had a lot of fun. It was just great being able to play in person. I had never played in person, American style anyway. So it was all new, but everybody was welcoming. And so I have a lot of fun. I think it's great to just be able to leave my house every now and then and go play Mahjong with people. So yeah, I look forward to it every year. So I'm excited.
super duper. Well, so happy to have you back for sure. All right. Well, that kind of wraps it up unless there's any more questions. If there's anything you think I left out, please let me know. I am here to help you in any way that I can. So feel free to reach out to me. Those watching on YouTube as well, you have any questions, everybody knows where to find me. There's no way I can't hide. So I'm out there a little bit too much now. So yeah, you know where to find me. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I definitely, let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, excellent. And I will look forward to, we'll be having this. Let me see, I do have some chats here. Oh, gotta go. Okay, no problem. Oh, Lori, see, I didn't see the chat. That's what fell below my screen. She had to go do something, and she said she'll watch it on the rest of it on YouTube. That's fine. Anyway, so lovely seeing everybody. I'm going to sign off and say goodbye until next time. We'll be back in a month to share even more updates. And we have a lot of exhibitors already in the works. So by a month from now, I'm assuming that things are going to be even more exciting. So stay tuned for the update in April.
And Debbie, could I just ask you one thing?
Of course, you can ask me 10 if you want.
You had said something about they do take volunteers and thing. How do you get involved in that?
Well, okay, that's a great question because I thought I had done this, but now that you said that, see, that's why I need you guys, because you remind me. So under the Get Involved link at the top of the web page, you click on volunteers and you scroll down and click right here where it says click to apply. And
Okay.
you put that, give me that comes to me, and then I will be in touch with you. I know I have several people that I will be getting in touch with soon. It's getting to that point where I'll be making my first connection. And any volunteers we have, we'll have one Zoom meeting after the volunteer date closes out. We have one meeting, so everybody meets and all that. And I go over the positions. And then our next meeting is like right before MahjCon, where we just meet again and just button up things again. And then we meet at the event in person just to make sure everybody knows what their positions are. So the volunteer part of it, and I'll admit it, it's been a challenge. The first year I learned a lot because I was in charge of all of that, and it was improved the second year, but I still learned a lot. Isn't it wonderful that we could still learn?
Yep.
No matter how old we get. So so hopefully this year it'll be even buttoned up more and everybody will be happy. All right. Any more questions, Ellen?
Nope, sounds good. I'll give it a look.
All right, please do. And again, feel free to reach out to me if you have any more questions. Until next month, adios, everybody.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Talk to you soon.